Hello, Namaste. Welcome back to my channel, 𝗦𝗘𝗟𝗟 Stock Analyst, and this is Neeraj here. So, in many people asking me whether Reliance Industries should be bought or not because the stock is down by 20% from its all-time high of 2,800 rupees. So, in this video, I would discuss few points which can be used for the analysis of most of the company's stocks. Also, I would like to tell my viewers that I don't believe in day trading, as 90% of the day traders don't make money, but only they give money to brokers, stock exchange, and the government in form of fees and taxes. Day trading is like gambling addiction, and I would advise investors to focus on medium to long-term investment by which one can make substantial returns. So another also before starting, and I request all of you to watch till the end, because I will discuss some of the very interesting points which will help you in analysis of overall any company, any stock. So also, investment doesn't mean buy and just hold forever. That theory is also wrong, because people may say India is growing and it's a long-term story, but still that growth won't be linear, as nothing in life and universe is linear. It cannot just go like this way. It can go like these. So everything goes through the ups and downs. So as an investor, we also need to keep that in mind, that we can sell at the right time and we can buy at the right time, right price. So it's all depends on valuation and price. So price doesn't mean that 2,000 rupees is expensive and 200 rupees is cheap. No, we are talking about valuation, not the absolute price. So great company with crazy valuations should be sold, and average company with cheap valuation should be bought. I mean, you should always try to see that where is the valuation as well as the future prospects of that company. So that is what one should see. Story of Reliance is also same. During COVID pandemic and post it, Reliance raised substantial money from the private equity investors, and investors deployed in it in the digital business. This digital business grew substantially as people worked from home and dependent on mobile internet and broadband for all the work. And its subscriber base grew massively to approximate 433 million subscribers. And so this was the one of the trigger for the stock. Now the second trigger was its opening of Reliance retail stores all over India. And for opening that, it undertook huge capex. They opened about 17,225 stores, small, medium and big hypermart stores, till December 2022, this Reliance retail. So the third trigger for the stock came when Russia-Ukraine conflict started in February 2022. And crude oil jumped to almost $120 per barrel. That was the third and the biggest trigger for this stock actually. People don't see that, but I'll explain why it is the crude oil price was the biggest trigger for the Reliance Industries. Because Russia started selling crude oil to India at a very discounted price, and Reliance Industries and Naira Energy were the main buyers of this discounted Russian crude oil. So by buying cheap oil and selling refined premium products, petro products at premium price to USA and Europe, it started making substantial profits. So if you look at their results of say June quarter 2022 and the September quarter 2022, you will see that massive jump for this profits came because of this kind of what do you call it? Leverage. We're buying cheap discounted oil and selling premium products, petro products at the premium high price. But this kind of benefit, or you call that margin expansion, finished when US Fed started increasing interest rates. And because of the slowing down of the world economy, crude oil prices also started declining. So this kind of a great crack margin, what you call, it was kind of finished. Now let's discuss the actual numbers, and we will annualize those actual numbers of the past 12 months trailing basis. So if you look at the December quarter results, and you know that Q3 quarter result basically, and if you annualize that, so multiply it by the 4 times, so that is how you call it trailing 12 months basis. So we will get EBITDA of 1,409 billion rupees and net profit of 636 billion rupees. As of the December 2022, it has a balance sheet. The gross debt on the balance sheet is 3,000 billion, approximately 3,000 billion rupees, and a cash equivalent of approximately 1,900 billion rupees. So net debt, gross debt minus cash, would be approximately 1,100 billion rupees. And now this, so it comes at EPS of say 94 rupees on a 12 months basis. So you please should keep in mind one thing is that these are the best possible results ever, because this reflects the highest crude oil price of 120 billion and highest margins. So in future, at least for the next year, I don't see that we will see the crude oil more than 80 billion. I mean, the crude oil will be, as per my all the videos and predictions, it will remain at between 70 to 80 dollars per barrel. So that way also, it is almost 35% down from its highest margin, the crude oil price. So that way, the profitability of main business, which is petrochemicals and oil, petro business basically, right, commodity business, will be at least down by 25 to 30% profitability in that business, if not more. So even if it's digital business, which was one of the another major trigger, even if it grows by say 15 to 20%, but it will be nullified by this 30% decline in the petrochem business. So, and also this digital business also, there are challenges now, because first of all they had to deploy a lot of capex for 5G mobile, and now mostly pandemic is finished, so people are back to office and schools, and children are back to schools for their work and studies, and there is a demand for the internet or the mobile and the broadband at home. Wi-Fi is very much down, so that is also the trigger, or for the digital business is not there, it's not going to be there. And Reliance retail is a low margin business. I actually don't like, it's a mass consumer business, and company will have to keep on doing capex for expanding stores and number of stores everywhere, and since it's a low margin, so returns on that will not be commensurate with whatever the capex has been taken. It will take a long, because return on investment on retail business is very low, in the single digits of 5 to 6%. So you are not going to get that. As such, I believe that stock is past its prime and peak, and I don't see any trigger for the stock. So you have to see that how the stock, generally how the prices perform in the market, stock, any stock if you take, there has to be some trigger that, okay, in future, this is the prices are going to go up, or the volumes are going to go up because company has taken expansion. So that way, that because of the higher volumes, you are going to get higher revenues, and overall the EPS or the profit and the operating profits will increase. So there has to be this kind of triggers in any business. So as such, all the three main businesses, I don't see any trigger. So its stock is past its prime. So even if you take the best of the case scenario, which I have taken, this results which we just now discussed, we are going to see that the target price for my target price for this stock, Reliance Industries, is 1923. So on a, I have valued it on a EV/EBITDA basis, so 10 times EBITDA for the FY24 expected EBITDA, because it's a high debt company, high capex, and so it's better to value it on EBITDA. So taking that liberated view also, it will be stock is below 2000. So it's up to you now what you want to do with the stock. So that's what I just wanted to tell, that it's not going to do, the stock is not going anywhere. And before I end this video, you please request all of you to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and put a like if you like this video and share it. And also I have a Telegram channel for day to day and some kind of a unique ideas and analysis, which is not every time I cannot make videos. So on a regular basis I come out with something related to the economics or the politics, geopolitics. So that is also Telegram channel, you please join. It's also 𝗦𝗘𝗟𝗟 stock analyst, and also for regarding any service from my side regarding investment and advisory, you can log on to my website www.stayinanalyst.com and write to me and we can discuss. That's it from my side. Ciao from 𝗦𝗘𝗟𝗟.